That's crazy. Hi guys, today is January 6th, 2020, and and right now we're in physics class. We just walked in. We're having a good time. Yeah, I know. We have to wait for our friend Anya. The squad isn't complete without Anya. Anya is half of the squad.
Oh wait, do the G thing. Do the G thing. I'm proud of you. Sorry.
Currently we're still waiting.
Right there. Anya! No, if you tell her to come, she'll never come.
Oh, she's up there. Anya's up there. She's like over there somewhere. You see her? She's the one with the dark hair. Anyway, today I'm wearing a grout fit. And we're still waiting for... Was that your go-to pose? Yeah. Kavya is trying to be taller.
Alright, then homework.
Oh, shoot. Did you do previous exercise? Of course you did. You did this? I'm trying to good. Can you get your water bottle out so I can prop it up against you? So currently we're taking out our homework that we didn't do, but we still take it out just so she sees that.
I did it.
Well, Lauren did it, but Lauren always does her homework. So I'm just gonna take it out.
I'm just kidding.
Just because.
Hi guys, welcome back. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we'll be discussing Doritos. Why is this such a good snack?
It's not.
It is.
So anyway, she's coming. Anya's coming.
Alright. So after today, we'll follow up with yesterday. What method of charging do you use for charging a conductor?
I'm posting it to YouTube actually.
Cannot do rubbing. Answer minutes later. Because what happens if you rub a conductor?
The charge. Don't lie.
So you're providing this friction all the
Anya, say hi to the vlog.
What's going to happen to the conductor?
Anya, say hi. Anya, say hi.
Allow flow. So what's going to happen? This person is going to end up grounding itself. So it's going to continuously end up grounding itself. Which you would know if you did question like 5 on the homework on page 3. Which I'm pretty sure is exactly
I left my homework at
that
home.
question. So what
It's homework.
do you use
The
for a
work is
conductor?
Come back.
It's not a conductor term. Conductor uses conduction. Conduction. Okay. That is what we use. Okay. Alright, so we are going to do some notes on charging.
My teacher's a little psycho. He has a criminal record. I want to be So, I hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial. My first vlog. The day in the life of Kavya.
Which we really don't go into.
Oh, mine was, yeah. Which one?
We're just going to live it like day by day, one by one, year by year.
Kavya, no one's in the physics vlog.
AP physics. Yeah, AP physics. Guys, I'm in AP physics. Not just regular physics. That's for wins. Lauren right here, A student, got A last semester. How do you feel, Lauren? She didn't get Orchestra?
If you're watching this, I'm so sorry. Stop watching right now.
I'm so sorry about that. That was not meant to happen.
Kind of different situations with conductors in terms of neutral, being negatively charged, being positively charged. Okay? Main thing you have to remember is that protons do not move. No matter how much I tell you that, I am still looking at people on the test tell me that the protons move. Protons do not move. Okay? So, the electrons are what is resulting in the charge. The electrons are what is going to move around In a neutral object, there is no reason for there to be any deflection of charge. So there's an even distribution of electrons around the protons. And so you're going to see a nice uniform distribution of electrons when an object is neutral. Okay? When a conductor becomes positively charged or negatively charged, that means that it has lost electrons or it has gained electrons. Okay? So the second thing is that negatively charged means that there's an excess of electrons. And so it still has all the electrons that originally had. Okay? So also the protons that originally had because protons can't move. And so now you've added additional electrons. And these additional electrons don't want to be here. They want to be out of this object because every object wants to be neutral. And so in that case, these electrons are going to try to get as far away from one another as possible. And they also want to get as far away from the center of the object because they want to be able to get to the ground. So the furthest away point is going to be the surface. So excess electrons are going to gather around the surface of that charged object when it's negatively charged. Okay? Again, protons can't move. So when anything becomes charged, you're just adding or removing electrons. Yeah.
How come when you can't charge it by friction because it'll ground itself, but why can't it ground itself when you just charge it by conduction? Like the conductor.
Because you have to charge something. If you're trying to make it negatively charged, you're bringing a negative object nearby. And remember, electrons are going to spread out as much as possible. So not all of those electrons are going to move into the neutral object, leaving the other object neutral. They're going to evenly distribute. So when you're charging by conduction, both objects are going to result with the same, not with the same quantity, but the same type of charge, both negative or positive. Okay? So there's no way for it to go when you're charging through conduction. So if you were using a conductor to charge another conductor, you don't have any physical contact with anything outside. So you'll notice like in the lab yesterday, the pitfalls was the two pitfalls that were touching. I mean, you were touching, the ring stand wasn't touching. When you're using the insulator, because the insulator has localized charge, it's not transferring down through you, it's transferring from one object to another. Okay. So that's what's happening here is that like I could have had a piece of vinyl that I touched this pitfall with, and all of my electrons are at one end of the vinyl, I'm holding the other end, and those electrons are not moving throughout the vinyl because it's all localized with the charge. Okay? So my end is still neutral, the other end is going to be negatively charged. And although insulators do not want to charge, whether it's gain or lose charge, just by touch, because it has such an abundance of charge and those electrons are desperate to get away, they're willing to move distances if they need to. Okay? So then positively charged means that these remaining electrons are going to spread out because you had to remove electrons. And so they're going to spread out as much as possible. But again, these are electrons that don't necessarily want to leave the object because it's missing electrons. It wants to encourage other electrons to come in. So it's typically going to still redistribute itself throughout the object equally as much as it can, because again, electrons still don't like each other. But it is not going to necessarily gather on the surface the way that a negatively charged object would. Okay? Yeah.
So basically in this diagram, basically in like all the diagrams, the electrons are like moving freely.
They're moving freely as much as it can. Once you give it charge, there's no reason to cause it to move. But like once you have, say, a negatively charged pitfall and it comes in contact with another negative or the neutral pitfall, some electrons are going to transfer because there's open space. But once we're both negative, we're going to repel. And so we're not going to stay near one another, but the electrons now, since both of us are negative, are going to try to spread out as much as they can. But unless there's something that is like inducing motion of charge, they're just going to like almost be stationary as much as they can. Like we're not going to necessarily have to move around, but they're going to just be more full. Yeah.
So because electrons are like outside of the nucleus, they like move freely unlike
They are able to move freely because of the lack of whole octets. Because typically metals are gonna have 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 electrons on their outer shell. So there's just a lot of empty space that they're able to move around. Yeah.
So you have like this cube. So one of them is negative.
Do you want to be in my vlog?
Limited contact, and then so they afterwards want to repel electrons.
Yes.
So if you put it as a constant of electron and not dead, so they need it as like one number.
If you force them together, then yes, then you need this one object.
100%
So maybe not
never read that.
involved or confused just because they're have the freedom of movement facing the stream. I think that one of our problems on our worksheets is like 2 charged soda cans. Because really any metal will work. So when you have like 2 charged soda cans, if we charge like one of them negatively, and then we touch, they're both going to become negative and want to move away, but due to their mass they can't, then they're still just going to act as one large metal object, and so they then can be separated. Yeah. Other questions about conductors? Okay. Insulators are going to be the nonmetals. Again, allow for limited movement of electrons. Again, reason I drew this shape was because insulators are typically going to be our strips of plastic rather than our pit balls. Okay. So insulators, again, they don't gain or lose electrons easily, so you're going to have to charge it by friction. Again, protons do not move, and because it's an insulator, charge is localized. It stays where you put it. So whether it's removing electrons to make it positively charged or adding electrons to be negatively charged, they are going to stay where you place them. Okay? And it has to be by friction. You cannot charge an insulator by conduction, just like you can't charge a conductor by friction. Okay? Semiconductors are unique because they have the potential to be both under certain circumstances. So like most of the materials that are like electronics are going to be made out of semiconductor materials because you want them to conduct electricity, but not all the time. And so it's under certain conditions, which is why you require different ways that allows there to be a charge to be able to go through. So it can act like an insulator or it can act like a conductor, but only under certain circumstances. And that is an EPT benefit. So we don't go to that. Yeah.
So the only way to create or use electrons is friction, right?
Insulators, you can only gain or lose charge by friction. Yeah.
How does something gain or lose protons?
Yes, you're changing the chemical structure of it. So you'd have to undergo some sort of chemical change in order to do that. So typically it's going to be like a similar double replacement reaction where it has to interact with something on a chemical level to change its structure. So no matter what we're doing, we are not changing number of protons. So like if I'm starting with vinyl, I'm always going to have vinyl. I'm not changing the fact of what material it is. I'm just changing essentially like